If you want to shift the color of a view in SwiftUI, you can use the Hue rotation modifier. This is an animated version, so in this video, I'll show you how to apply the modifier to your views and how to use Face Animator to create an animation similar to this one. In this animation, we are shifting the colors of the view randomly in every 4 seconds. To understand how Hue rotation works, we will go to the Mozilla website. You can also search Hue rotation in Google or just put Hue rotate. On the Mozilla website, they have a useful example here. You have noticed they have a logo with the hue rotation set to 0. So that is the original color. We can rotate it at 90 degrees. So you have noticed we have changed the color. So by specifying different angles, we shift the color of the view. Let's go to the animation again. In this example, I created this state variable, which is a random number of this range. You have noticed here I have attached the hue rotation modifier to animate the random angle. So over here we use a timer to trigger the animation at every 4 seconds using the random angle. So let's use Face Animator to demonstrate another example. First, let's draw a rectangle here and give it a gradient fill. We will also override the size with the frame modifier so that we have a size of 60. Next, I will make copies of the rectangle using for each. So let's embed it in for each. For the loop variable, we can use rect. Then over here, we specify this range. For each in SwiftUI, arranges its content vertically. So let's embed it in an edge stack. The purpose of this example is to use hue rotation to shift the gradient of each rectangle using Face Animator. So let's add the Face Animator modifier. In the parentheses, we need to define some steps for the animation to go through. So in this example, we have only 2 steps. So let's put false and true. In the Face Animator closure, we need to specify what we want to animate. So let's put, for example, content. We also need to specify another variable about how we want to animate it. Let's specify that as rotate. So that makes everything disappear from the screen. To bring it back, we can use the variable. Next, I will bring the hue rotation modifier and use it to shift the gradient of each rectangle. So by using the animation variable we specified here, you have noticed here, we are animating all the rectangles at the same time. That is not what we want. We want the animation to apply to the individual rectangles instead of the whole container. To do that, I'm going to replace this one with this. You have now noticed they animate at different angles. In order to make that possible, we take each of the rectangles, that is the variable we define here, and multiply it by an angle of 360 for the true value of the ternary conditional operation. We can do the same thing for the false value as well. Let's copy that and replace this value. Then we will change this to 0 or just leave it as it was. The colors are shifting so fast, so we can add the trailing animation closure to customize the animation. So let's add it here. So by attaching the trailing animation closure, you can specify your own easing equation with duration or a delay. You cannot see it very well. The colors are shifting from one rectangle to the other. So this is how to apply the hue rotation modifier to SwiftUI views and animate it as well.